Hey, what is going on, people? So, SolidRev recently put up a video pretty much explaining his top favorite games, his top 20, and I decided to do the same. It won't really be the top 20, but it's just the games that I really enjoyed this generation. At least some of the best, I suppose. Starting off, Alan Wake. This game right here is one of the reasons why I wanted to get an Xbox 360. None of my friends wanted to buy this, my friends who actually own one, so I had to do it myself. And what can I say? I liked it. Psychological. I had some pretty great moments near the end of the game. Very good story. I haven't played American Nightmare. I've been wanting to get to that, but Alan Wake, this is a really great game. I liked it a lot. Next up, this was quite a surprise, honestly. I wasn't even planning on picking this up one time, but I just did for the hell of it. Resistance 3. I never played the first Resistance, but I did play Resistance 2 a lot. And although I did have a lot of fun with Resistance 2, the campaign was pretty forgettable. And when I went back to it one time, I played the hell out of multiplayer, but I kind of forgot about it ever since Killzone 2 came out. And when I tried to get back into it, it just felt too dated. But this game came out, and wow. You know, the multiplayer, I didn't get into that either. It wasn't that great. But the campaign, wow. I mean, jaw-dropping. One of the levels, especially the prison level, absolutely. This game was incredible. The campaign was really one of a kind. Totally unexpected, but definitely one of my favorites. Next up, gonna have to say the Dead Space franchise. I picked up this game, I beat it, and it was good. I mean, I'm a fan of survival horror. I played Silent Hill 2, Silent Hill 3, I explained in a different video. Those one of my most favorite survival horror games, but I really liked this one. I think I liked Dead Space 2 a little bit more. This one being a little more scary, maybe, but I played Silent Hill, and I just don't think even this can top it. So I'm just gonna go for Dead Space 2 being my more favorite one, because let me put it this way: if there's any game out there that can really match the amazing set pieces that you can find in the Uncharted games, it would be Dead Space 2. That's how great they are. Now this game right here, Ratchet & Clank: A Crack in Time. I got this for free at an Insomniac event. A bunch of developers signed it, including Ted Price himself. And this is probably the most fun platformer I played this generation. It looks good. I love the characters. Voice acting is incredible. Graphics. The gameplay, incredibly fun. And I beat this multiple times, actually. I got the platinum trophy in this. I'm not even a trophy hunter, but I had to get the platinum in this game. It's just that incredibly fun. I have yet to play Tools of Destruction, but I've been wanting to play that. But A Crack in Time, good stuff. Okay, now this next batch is probably gonna be a little surprising and may just skyrocket my levels of nerdism to epic proportions. The Rock Band series. This was the first one I bought. I did play Guitar Hero. I never owned any of them though, except for Guitar Hero 3 for the PC. But Rock Band, now this was a whole other level. Harmonix really knew how to create a music game, a fun music game. Then the Beatles came out. As if I didn't already love the Beatles. This game right here just this game came so alive. The computer generated characters that they have in this game all Beatles all cartoony and everything. It was just so alive. The environments were incredible. Like, each song had its own very visually creative music video, and Harmonix absolutely nailed it with this game. Absolutely incredible music game. And then this came out, Rock Band 3. Now, I don't think the song list was as good as Rock Band 2, but just the fact that you can, almost every single Rock Band game that's ever come out, you can play every single song in one game. The only exception being the Beatles. Every single song that's that has ever been released for Rock Band 3, I mean Rock Band in general, the entire series, can be imported and played in just one game. Not only this, but they've actually implemented some really nifty features. I mean, they really cared for innovating each Rock Band game. Rock Band 3, they brought real instruments to the table. You can play with real instruments, and even little nifty features here and there, like there's one thing that really annoys me about the PlayStation compared to the Xbox, is the way downloadable content is handled. Files are separated individually, especially songs on the 360. You can delete them individually. That's how it is for like patches and downloadable content in general for the 360. For the PS3, everything is downloaded into one single batch. So if I want to download anything, delete anything, I have to get rid of the entire set and then re-download them, everything one by one. But this game changed that. I can go within the game and delete the songs I don't want one by one within the game, and I thought that was really an outstanding feature that Harmonix took the time to implement into the PS3. Honorable mentions being related to the genre I just talked about. DJ Hero. Yes, fuckers, I'm one of the few dozen that actually bought this game. There's my turntable. I forgot to mention, I am a huge fan of music games in general. I didn't start out with Guitar Hero or Rock Band or anything. I actually started with Dance Dance Revolution. There's my setup right there, metal pad and everything. And yes, I have been playing it for a long time, and I am very good at it. Fuck you guys. I really like music games. A lot. Next up, the Batman series. When I bought my NVIDIA GTX 260, I got Batman Arkham Asylum for free through Steam. I didn't exactly know what to expect. I only played the demo on the PS3 quite a few times, so obviously I liked what I was seeing. But then I played the actual game on the PC with the 260 with physics and everything. I was absolutely blown the fuck away. I finished that game in 2 sessions. I just could not stop playing that shit. So Batman Arkham City was an obvious buy. I got it for the PS3 because the PC version was going to come out a month later, and I just couldn't wait. So I settled with the PS3 version, and they still did an excellent job. The game looks incredible. It runs smooth. It is loaded with characters, loaded with content, loaded with things to do, and it is absolutely brilliant. It really makes me love this franchise that much more. Next up, I know some of you are going to disagree with this. I don't give a shit. Grand Theft Auto 4. I actually beat this game quite a few times. This is an amazing open world experience. I've played many Grand Theft Auto games, not all of them. I played San Andreas, Vice City, Liberty City Stories, Vice City Stories. So I had to pick this one. This was actually, I think, my very first PS3 game I bought. And I gotta say, I was blown away. The environment, the city is just so alive. And I have not played Lost and Damned, but the Ballad of Gay Tony came out, and the Ballad of Gay Tony, it did blow this away tenfold. The Ballad of Gay Tony was what Grand Theft Auto is really about. I did have a lot of fun with this though. I played it and beat it multiple times. When the trophy patch came out, I beat it again, and I just had especially online, the GTA Race. Oh my god, why the hell did I say that like a British guy? GTA Race Online. That was the funnest mode I've been playing for a long time when I first got my PS3, and I absolutely cannot wait for Grand Theft Auto 5. That game just looks absolutely promising. Probably the best open world crime game that's gonna come out. Okay, here is my next one. Here is my next one. Battlefield Bad Company 2. I played the beta when it came out for the PS3, and I had an absolute blast. I could not stop playing it. It was the same map over and over, but I could not stop playing it. I've spent so much time on this game. It was possibly the funnest multiplayer first-person shooter I have ever played. I could not get enough of it. Battlefield 3 was quite the disappointment, but this game right here was gold. Now here's going to be a surprising one. And yes, I am rating this higher than Bad Company 2. Call of Duty World at War. Campaign? It was alright. I mean, I liked how they had the whole dark and gritty side of World War II. It was very dark, very serious, and it was pretty good. This game, I think there's like the only one that actually had gore and limbs and everything falling off. And the online, possibly the best online experience I've had in any Call of Duty game. I could not get enough of this game. I had it for the PS3 and I would play it non-stop all night long. Call of Duty World at War is the best Call of Duty ever. Online, at least. Online multiplayer. In my opinion, people, calm down. Call of Duty World at War is way up there. And if it was not infested with hackers on the Xbox 360, and I think the PS3, I'm not sure, I would still be playing this game non-stop. Call of Duty World at War is way up there. I would always play on my friend's 362 whenever he would bring it over. Honorable mention. Call of Duty 4. This copy is my friend's. This is my copy. I never really got into this game. I mean, I never really got into Call of Duty at all until I got World at War. Black Ops was a piece of shit. Modern Warfare 2 was Modern Warfare 3, garbage. Call of Duty 4, though, best campaign. Multiplayer, I played it. Never really got into it. But still the best campaign out there. In Call of Duty, at least. Next up, God of War 3. Yep, of course. Possibly the most brutal game ever released for PlayStation. I mean, what can I say about this game? Epic scale, incredible graphics, bloody as hell. Beat it multiple times, amazing game. What else can I say about it? Next up, obvious choices. The Uncharted games. Uncharted 3. I got this game about a week early when I went to an AMC event. You can tell because they kind of scratched off that barcode there. I got a week early. Beat it multiple times actually. Never really got into the online, but campaign, good stuff. Uncharted 2, of course, have to rate it up higher than Uncharted 3 because as SolidRev explained, how can you beat perfection? One of the greatest franchises this generation. Naughty Dog, probably some of the best. I played Crash Bandicoot, Jak and Daxter, and Uncharted, simply their best. Honorable mention, of course, Uncharted Drake's Fortune. I really like that cover. I think it's the best box art. I played it, I rented it one time, I really liked it. Then I bought it, beat it, downloaded the trophies, beat it again. Not as technically impressive as Uncharted 2 and 3. Had some screen tearing graphics. Graphics still look good, but pretty good game. Next up, one of my favorite franchises of all time, Gran Turismo 5. I have been playing this shit since the PS1 days, and Gran Turismo 5 is really something else. Possibly the most ambitious title I've ever played. First ever to implement weather, day-to-night cycles, damage, NASCAR karts. It's had rally and everything, but this game was absolutely ambitious. Did it have problems? Did it seem a little unfinished when it launched? Yeah, sure, but with all these patches that come out, this game just keeps getting more and more complete, and I absolutely cannot wait for the next installment. I do own Forza 3 and 4, and I am looking forward to Forza Horizons, but I just can't get into them as much as I can with this. The handling in this game, as SolidRev explained, like once you get into a good race, it is unmatchable, especially when I use my Logitech G27 racing wheel. Absolutely incredible franchise. Now this game right here, this next game, it defines my childhood. Mortal Kombat. I've played this game since I was a kid. Super Nintendo game. Super Nintendo days. I would even play it at the arcade sometimes. But Mortal Kombat, this game is my childhood. Funny, ain't it? One of the most violent games ever released back then, and this game, I just could not stop playing. I owned every single game for the Super Nintendo. Mortal Kombat, Mortal Kombat 2, Mortal Kombat 3, Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. I own Mortal Kombat 4, Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance, Mortal Kombat Deception. I played Sub-Zero Chronicles. I played so many of them. And when I heard about this game, my hype just skyrocketed. This is possibly the best Mortal Kombat game I've ever played. It is incredibly deep, it has a great story, incredible graphics, it is unbelievably polished. This game is really amazing. The only problem I had with it was the online. That shit was laggy as hell, and they never really fixed it. But I don't really care, because this game was absolutely incredible, that I even bought it for my PlayStation Vita. But yes, this is my childhood right here. Amazing game. Now, here is my number one. The best franchise I've ever played in gaming history. I have played every single one up to this point. This game also defines my childhood. It is a reason I started gaming on the PlayStation. Twisted fucking Metal. This is by far the greatest game I have ever played. Yes, fuckers, I'm being serious. I know there's a bunch of haters out there. Fuck you guys, by the way. But this is the funnest game I've ever played. When it came with the free voucher for Twisted Metal Black, I knew I had to pick it up as soon as it came out. Is this game as polished as maybe Twisted Metal Black? Maybe not. I mean, this game has some rough edges here and there. I explained in my unnecessarily long review, especially like the menus, the interface, they seem kind of dirty and a bunch of questionable design. But once you get into a game and just start wreaking havoc online, everything is forgiven. This is the funnest experience I've ever had. The controls are incredibly smooth. The game runs incredibly smooth. The maps are huge. Very well designed maps. The attention to detail is incredible. I mean, this is a real game right here. When you destroy one of your opponent's vehicles and you run over their burning corpse, that's just their running burning corpse actually, that's when you know you're playing a real video game. Oh, I'm sorry. When you run over their burning corpse for a power-up or extra health, that's when you know you're playing a real twisted video game. Some people think that some real twisted dark shit hasn't been coming to video games since this generation, maybe last generation, with all this cinematic bullshit and games being really dark. No. Ever since the PS1, this game was fucking twisted, as the name implies. I love the stories, I love the characters, and although there's only three characters and 3 stories, I love the whole B-movie, gritty, not really comic book, but the whole live action cutscenes in this game. They're cheesy, but I love them. I like the writing. I love David Jaffe's very dark sense of humor, and I just cannot get enough of this game. This is my number one in this generation. Anyway, I cannot believe this video has gone on for 20 minutes. I'm just gonna mention some honorable mentions, I guess. I mean, I love racing games. Motorstorm Apocalypse, great game. Catherine, very interesting game. I liked it. It's not really what you think. Even though the box art suggests it, there isn't a single hint of nudity in this game. It's actually very intelligent. 3D Dot Game Heroes brought me back to the old retro Super Nintendo Zelda days. I never beat it, but I liked it. Also Blur, another one of my favorite racing games. I was actually thinking of getting Split Second instead, but I got this, and I loved it. Anyway, I know there are a lot of games still coming out by the end of the year, next year. Last of Us, God of War Ascension, so many coming out. But I just bought myself a Mazda RX-8, and I'm probably going to be a little tight. Like Rev said, probably going to, just like him, I'm probably going to start being a little more selective with the games I buy. Maybe I'm going to start renting more games like Resident Evil 6, Assassin's Creed 3 maybe. But I'm definitely looking forward to some games, especially like The Last of Us, God of War Ascension, Grand Theft Auto fucking 5. But with my Mazda RX-8, even though it's pre-owned, it's gonna rate me financially. I'm only 21 years old, and yeah, my insurance just kind of skyrocketed because I financed the car. But whatever. I am still a very big gamer. This is my biggest hobby in life. Yep. Happy gaming, guys. Catch you later.